Well, good morning. It's me again. Now today I'm at Tractorfest in Biddenden, Kent. Now we're going to have a chat with the organisers later. We're going to have a walk round and see what's on the show today. Glad you come along. Hope you enjoy the video. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. I do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, think about subscribing. As I say, we'll have a talk with the organisers later. Anyway, let's get on with this video, shall we? Thanks a lot. Right, tractors, internationals, all in this working clothes.
I've got one trouble, two trouble, three trouble.
That's not very nice.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, young man.
How you doing?
I'm not doing too bad, is it, Evans? Good. You going to enjoy it today?
I hope so.
Yeah, there's plenty to see, isn't there?
Yeah, it'll be alright. Yeah, it'll be a good day.
Fantastic. Let's try and talk to it. There's someone sitting on the tractor, I'm going to talk to them. Alright, big fella?
How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, good. You?
The most important thing is control, because at the end of the day we are shooting and we don't want any
Two over there if you look.
Good morning, guys.
Morning. Hello.
How are we doing today?
Well, it's been a wonderful weekend.
It has been a wonderful weekend. Now, you're leaning up against a tractor which is my bestest tractor in the whole world. Easy to fit because I'm simple and it's a simple tractor. I love the old Ferguson. I've got a few of them myself. Now, these are your two tractors? No, nothing to do with you.
I'm just speaking to this gentleman. He's showing
It's a 65, that, isn't it?
Over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got a 65 that side, Massey Ferguson.
Yeah.
And we got a TED or TEF?
No, this is TED.
TED, yeah. So petrol TVO, tractor vaporising oil.
Yeah.
Have you owned it long?
Dad bought it new in 1952.
Dad bought it new. Oh,
Dad,
did it go straight to the farm then?
Yeah.
What a great history. You could never sell it, could you?
Well, it's got Eastwell Farm in the logbook, and that's what it'll say.
And that's where it'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see them in their working clothes as well. I don't like polished tractors.
No, I haven't painted it or nothing.
But you've got all nice new tyres on and everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep it maintained. Still works a bit, does it?
Well, the four-loader is actually off a 735, so it should fit a 35 or a 135 normally.
It's called a banana loader.
No,
it's not a banana.
Banana loader we had on here, I took off because when you're sitting on the tractor, the seams in the beams that go forward were hurting my arms. And every time you went over a pump, you'd end up with bruises down here, no end. It was extremely difficult to get on the tractor as well. So all that's left of the banana loader is this frame across between the wheels.
Oh, across the back.
That's all that's left of the banana loader.
And it's got its original rear mud guards, hasn't it? Everything.
Yeah.
I think they go on forever, didn't they?
Certainly this one got sort of semi-retired and only did the loader work towards when I bought my Mark 1 65, which was 1962. This Ferguson didn't do.
Sorry, you're being muddled by wasps, aren't you?
Yeah, this Ferguson didn't work so hard, and but we kept it for four-loader work all the time.
Fantastic.
So it only did four-loader work. Yeah.
What a fantastic history you got to it, isn't it?
So and what I've done here is just as an example. During the COVID, I wanted something to do, so I dug out this old Bale loader,
Yep.
which we had fixed on the side of the trailer,
Yep.
and mainly because my wife was pregnant at the time and harvest was coming up and she couldn't really help much. So I went into the workshop and 6 days later I'd made
Come out of that then, did you? After 6 days of being in the workshop.
6 days
So
of
what's
being-
the loader for? Is it obviously to load onto a trailer or something like that? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it over there and then Wasp won't attack you then, will they?
Yeah, what happens is, look, this box here
Yep.
would drop over the chassis channel on the trailer. So
Yeah.
this big chassis channel that's under most agricultural trailers,
Yep.
that would drop over that.
Yep.
And so the trailer floor would be here. So this would be the edge of the trailer. It would be the edge of the trailer.
Yeah.
And this is the trailer floor. So it was about a couple of feet away from the trailer wheel.
Oh, I see. So it flop it into the trailer
No, it just lifts them up.
and then you push them into the trailer.
No, she just takes them off.
Oh, right. I'm asking all the wrong questions, aren't I?
The wife takes the bales off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going along. So if you can imagine that on a chassis of the, so it would be lower than this, but
Yeah.
this is just a demonstration unit. This would be about here, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I would pick up a bale, put it on here.
Yep.
It would go up,
Yep.
and then it would come down empty, and I'd put another bale on.
Okay.
Yeah, and she would just take them off. So once they go up, this bale's got a bit warm. But these would stop the bale from coming back down because
Yeah.
they're spiked, yeah?
Yep.
And so by and large, you'd go into the field, and if the bales were all sledged into rows,
Yep.
I would high up 10 or 15. I'd get off the tractor, which happened to be a 65 at the time,
Yep.
leave it running, tick over, or fast tick over, and then I'd come to the side of the trailer. So this was on the side, and it would be going up and down. I'd pick the bales up.
Drop
It's
them
about
on.
an 8-second cycle. 8 seconds at slow revs.
Yeah.
It'll go faster, but it gives you enough time to turn around, put a bale on,
Yeah.
find another one, put a bale on, and it gives the wife time to take them off.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So what sort of era would this be then?
I built this in 19...
Oh, it's
70.
a homemade.
I only made the one.
Oh, you made it yourself.
Yeah, I only made the one.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And it still works today?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to operate it while the public are here.
No, I understand.
We had it running this morning because there was such a lot of interest from the tractor boys.
Yeah.
But health and safety won't allow it to work.
No, I understand that.
But if the chap in the ring says yes, he wants it to work when I have it in the ring, well, that's his decision.
Yeah.
But you can see the principle of it.
You're a great engineer. But all old farmers was engineers, though, weren't they? They had to repair. It's not like today where you plug and play, didn't you?
Yeah,
You
well,
have to be able to repair things.
My father moved into Tenterden. My family moved into Tenterden in 1872.
Yeah.
And they purchased the Vine Brewery in the High Street,
Right.
together with 12 pubs in and around, right round, all the way down to Romley Marsh.
Yeah.
And they ran that brewery for 60 years, but it was the First World War that destroyed their business.
Well, all the men are away, the horses are away as well. For
but it was
delivering.
the beer tax that went up from ninepence, from ninepence on a barrel to 5 shillings. Well, when you consider best bitter was 7pence a pint,
Yep.
it didn't make sense. So the writing was on the wall, and all the bottling plant where we used to make lemonades and things, we had to go and pinch all the children from the local infant school to keep the plant running. Yeah.
So you moved from the brewery into farming then?
No, basically what happened was that my father's brother, he got the Spanish flu while he was waiting to be demobbed to come home in 1919, and he passed away in France aged 21 on the 21st of February, which happened to be his birthday. Everything is 21 with Harold, and so consequently the 2 brothers of my grandfather carried on because they saw him like a son of their own as well, because they didn't have children. And in the end, they said that enough's enough, Henry. Your loss is so great. We'll sell the brewery.
Yeah.
So the brewery was sold on the 31st of January 1922, together with all the pubs and everything. And I've got all the paperwork, all the sales documents. And so that's when Henry bought the farm that is the farm today.
Well, perhaps, I'll tell you what, perhaps if I can give you a card, perhaps I can come down to the farm. We talk in depth and have a video about the farm itself and the history. Rather than do it today, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to offer you a card. And if you'd be so kind, we'll arrange a day. I can have a day down here and we're going to have a proper talk about the farm and the history, and that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, no worries,
Okay, well, tell me your name and where you come from.
I'm Henry Edwards from Eastwell Farm, Tenterden. I was a a town councillor there for 40 years, and they made me into an honorary freeman, which I'm very grateful for.
Right, I'll catch up with you another time, man. Don't forget to give me a call, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do me another favour, don't throw the card away until I'm out of view.
No.
Thanks for your
We'll see if we get permission to use it.
We can use that on the farm then, can't we? You can show me what it's all about.
Yeah.
Fantastic, I appreciate that then. Cheerio for now.
Whenever the postmen were on strike, you saw someone on the news. It was Paul Tullis. He was the one that was
they could found the questions that time.
the negotiations. Needless to say, it's just
the most excitement it got was dragging the trailer over the rest of them behind.
Morning, guys. We're here today to enjoy today, are we?
Yeah.
Don't all run away from me.
No, I'm going to run away.
Have you got tractors yourself?
Run away. No, that one's mine and the other one's mine.
That one's yours. Well, let's have a talk about your tractor then. If I'm not interrupting there. Now, it's not my cup of tea now, a sparkling looking tractor. I like them in their working clothes, so history. But some
Which is well looked after through its life.
So tell me, how long you've had it and what have you done to it then?
I bought it in 2016 from Petworth down in Sussex.
Yep.
Which I spent 3.5 years restoring it. I had no intention of restoring it, but stuff happened.
Yeah. So is it a nut and bolt restoration?
Yeah, all done by myself. Spray painted it all myself, the whole lot. Whilst restoring it, decided that I was going to name it after my brother, who we lost through cancer in 2005.
Oh, dear.
Hence, on the other side, there's a toolbox named Samuel that was signed written by a close friend of the family who also knew my brother. So yeah, it's kind of started off as a little bit of fun, transpired into a bit more of an expensive hobby, and now has become a little bit of a family gem. But
I suppose really, if it's sort of like that in those conditions as we talk about, you've got to go for the full hog, couldn't you? You can't just
the problem is you bolt one new bit on, it's shiny, and then suddenly the bits that aren't shiny start to play on your mind, so you end up going further and further, and it's not a working machine on a farm nowadays. I do use it as a play around. I'll top a few fields here and there with it, but most of the time...
I like to ride my tractors around the countryside of a summer's evening.
Exactly that.
And the atmosphere is fantastic, and that's what I love about old tractors and things like that. Now, you said you've had it how long?
2016 I bought it.
2016 you bought it, and you took 4 years to do it up, did you? 4 years, and let's have a walk round it. You can tell you've got all new tyres on it. You've got the thrashing wheel on the side, so it's a 9N tractor, is it?
Yep.
And you've got the bug-eyed lights on the front. Was they with it or?
No, when I bought it, it was a complete wreck. It had no wings on it. The bonnet was completely twisted out of shape. I tried my best to save it, but it was beyond the skills that I had.
And the nose cone always rots out on these.
Yeah, the one I had, it weren't even to the point of being repaired. It almost collapsed in on itself.
Right.
And that lot. So mechanically, I've rebuilt the top end of the engine. I've been through the gearbox and refreshed all of that side of things, but mechanically it's pretty much as it was, bar of refresher bearings.
As it comes out of the
Which is
factory.
quite surprising for 1952. If I can age as well as this tractor, I'll be quite happy.
We all say that, don't we? Eh? Now, you said about the toolbox, and it's got Samuel on the side of it, and that's your brother's name, was it?
Yes. So obviously the name represents obviously my brother. Snowdrops was is a plant that we put in, a flower we planted as a family when we sort of was grieving afterwards. It's helped us, so it's a very sort of it's very potent in our family, let's say, as a flower, and a bit of string. My brother always had a bit of string in his pocket, so
bit of baling string.
We always said we didn't come. Well, my granddad was farming background, but as of us with my dad, we was never farmed, but he always had a bit of string. So we said if life was to have carried on, he would have probably ended up being a farmer somewhere along the line. So we kind of rounded it all off with that. I tried to keep it a secret from my mum and dad as a bit of a surprise for and say the first time this came out was in 2019 at the last show at Woolpack Corner, which nearly put me in tears because it was up to his eyeballs in mud, rain, but it was a baptism of fire, and I love it a bit.
So it runs because I mean, you've obviously, is it clean? You've cleaned it all up. I mean, it's sparkling clean under there. It's not a trolley dolly. We don't like trolley dollies, do we?
No.
We like driving machines.
Oh yeah, like I say, it dragged the tractor behind you, the International behind you. I had that on a 16-foot trailer with the plough and everything else.
Really?
So I dragged it nearly 7 miles up here. Didn't miss a beat.
No.
And it'd be doing the same journey back home at the end of the day today.
Do you ever do ploughing matches?
Oh, I'd have to get the wheels muddy if I'd done that.
Okay. Well, it looks really nice, and you're proud of what job you've done and preserving the history.
No, thank you very much.
What's your name and where you come from?
My name's Nick Wald, and I live in Biddenden, so I'm local.
Oh God, you're really lovely. Thanks, Nick. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate that. Then.
Cheers.
Who owns the David brand? Do we know?
The 7'7" man over there.
Oh, I spoke to him earlier. Yes. 7-foot man over there. Apparently, I've got to speak to. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh, boy, Nick, I'm not 60 either. No,
he said you're 70, but you know, what's to say? Now, David Brand.
Yes.
In its original colours. Could you want to stand in front of it for me?
Yeah, go on.
So we get
have you got a wide-angle lens?
I have got a very wide-angle lens. Right. It looks fantastic. You've done a great job on it.
Yeah, it was. A lot of people reckon it's too shiny. I mean, at the end of the day, it was in a hedge. Yeah, and it was a wreck. So,
like I explained to your neighbour, you know, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like them in their working clothes. But if they've gone too far and you've got to replace bonnets, wheel arch, you might as well do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it didn't really exist panel-wise from here back. So, really? You know, all that had to be replaced. Yeah. So you had no option but.
Yeah. Now, David Brand. Now they originally started in tractors and they moved into cars, didn't they?
Well, actually, they made gearboxes to start with. That was David Brown gearboxes are kind of legendary. He was really well known for their engineering skills. A lot of trucks had David Brown gearboxes in. Yep. Then he actually was in conjunction with Harry Ferguson, got involved in the hydraulics on some of the early tractors, and then started building his own. So yeah, it's obviously a poor man's Aston Martin.
It is, isn't it? So what sort of era would this be?
This is 65.
Oh, see on you've actually got a text disc on it.
Yeah, it's obviously a reproduction, but yeah, it was January 65. Last year that they made them red and yellow.
Yeah, and they moved to the white after that, didn't they?
They were white and chocolate brown after this one.
I like the red and yellow. It sort of shows a little bit of.
Well, everyone thinks it looks like a kid's toy. I have been asked why I chose to paint it like that, and it's well, that is its original.
I can sort of see what you're saying there. Yeah, but it's all got new tyres, and you obviously come to a lot of the shows.
Yeah, it is a show pony. It does do a bit of work. I haul logs with it.
It runs.
Oh yeah.
It's not a trolley dolly. We don't like trolley dollies, do we?
No, well, sadly, I have got a David Brown Cropmaster that's in the field down there that broke down yesterday and got a puncture. So I towed it here on a trailer behind this, and that's in. It came out of a barn where it had sat for 40 years, and it would be here if it hadn't got a puncture.
You can still find them in barns, then, can you?
Yeah. There's like they are still lurking in undiscovered places.
Really? So what sort of horsepower are we talking here then?
52.
50 horsepower. So it's bigger than the Grey Fergies then?
Yeah.
And bigger than the 35s and that sort of thing.
It's a reasonably pokey tractor.
So would they be ploughing with this?
Yeah. I mean, in its day, in 65, this was considered to be a large tractor. You know,
super majors type size. Really, the major type.
Yeah, I mean, really, obviously this one's 52. Yeah. So this one of the first tractors to have a 2-speed PTO, so it's got 1,540 PTO speeds.
So you ain't got to split this tractor in either, because you can change the clutch from above, can't you, on it?
You can take that housing off there and that gearbox cover off, and you can get to the clutch that way. This one isn't live drive, so the
if you
dip the clutch, the PTO stops.
Yeah.
Also, it's got this, which is shuts a flap on the exhaust. It's an exhaust brake. So when this was new, I wondered whether it was specified because someone was going to use it just for towing.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're going downhill, you can throttle the engine
Yeah, you
down,
shut
but
the
still have the torque.
Shut the throttle, push that down, and it builds up compression. And
That's fantastic. How long did it take you to put it into this condition?
every Saturday for 2 years, I reckon.
Every Saturday for 2 years. Is that
Yeah, well, I say every Saturday. I have a job that makes me work a lot of weekends, but yeah.
Well, it pays to do this sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you spray it yourself, or?
I did, yeah.
Well, you made a fantastic job.
Yeah,
it's a stunning piece of agricultural history. Absolutely. And it's got the original dynamos on it, not none of these. People tend to put alternators on tractors these days.
Pretty much as it would have come out the factory in 1965.
Yes. I'm going to have a wander around, just 1 second.
Although I did drop it down in the ring yet.
God, even the back looks... Oh, you've done an amazing job. Absolutely amazing job. Roll registered as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly it's not the right registration number. It was had to be an age-related one because the number plate had gone.
Yeah.
I believe it came from Oxfordshire. I believe it was sold by a dealer in Abingdon, but I can't prove it. I just was told by sort of hearsay that's where it came from. But
well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Tell me your name and where you come from.
I'm Duncan Nisbet, and I live fairly locally in a village called Edgerton.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Cheerio. There's another tractor I quite like. Well, I like most tractors really, but this is another one. 1060, the Nuffield, British made. BMC engines in them. 1966. Lily Rose. I know Lily Rose. We've met her before on this channel. 535.
No, you can't get on this one.
Hello. And what's your name?
George.
John, do you like tractors?
Yeah.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Do you know the names of them?
Read what that says, Georgie, on there.
What's it say?
What's it say?
It's a David Brown. It's David Brown there, isn't it? This one's nice, though, isn't it? You like this one?
So who are you with today then? Mummy's there. No daddy about then?
Granddad.
Granddad. Hello,
Granddad,
Granddad. And Nanny.
And Nanny, hi.
Having a nice day. The sun's out as well.
Fantastic.
The sun shines on the righteous, they say,
That's
don't they?
for sure.
Okay, then.
For sure.
Wrong today then.
Have a lovely day, guys.
Thanks. Do you want to get on this one?
See you later, mate.
George?
Oh, hello, dog. Hello, dog. What's that furry thing on top? What's that furry thing? Cheers, guys.
Saying can't touch.
Bit of a Unimog, right next to a 35. Lovely pace tractor. Now the age of it, let's see if we can just see the age of it. 1937 Vineyard, oh Vineyard. The owner's not about, so I can't talk to them about it. Grey gold.
Oh, mate. What did you want to talk? Don't stick me on camera.
Alright then, you can be off camera, but tell me your name off camera.
Richard Offin.
Richard Offin.
Yes.
Now, what have we got here then, Richard?
1948 Model M Farmall.
Farmall, so import from America?
No, it's UK tractor.
UK tractor?
Yeah, both UK tractors, yeah.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
you like these particular makes?
Well, I like international, so these two come along. And I bought that one first and then
Now,
this
is it international McCormick or is it McCormick before it all started?
one. You get a choice, don't you?
Sorry?
You get a choice.
You get a choice.
Whatever you want.
So how long have you owned these machines?
I've owned that one since April and that one since May.
Oh,
That
fairly
was,
recent.
Oh, fairly recent. Yeah. They're a 40th birthday present to myself.
What, midlife crisis?
Well,
are we
not
talking?
quite. We're getting there.
Yeah.
And so this one, the last owner had it for 50 years, I believe. And in the 90s, it was restored by what they call a youth offenders place.
Ah,
That's
okay.
what it was restored by.
Yeah. Let's walk round to the front of it. I know you still want to be off camera, but we'll walk round so you get a bit of view of
I need to get it running anyway because we've got to get it round.
Oh, that'd be great if you could start.
Well, we
it
can
for
try.
me. Now, I'm sure you don't mind being on camera. Go on, be a devil.
No. We can try.
Good man.
You might feel like
1948, is that correct?
This is 48, yeah. The other one's 47.
47. What a fine couple of machines. All petrol, I presume.
Petrol TVO, yeah.
Petrol TVO, starts on petrol.
Starts on petrol. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Third is the dream. Oh, it's because you're on camera, Nick.
Oh no.
Here to start. It's a big old tractor. We want some more muscle.
Dougie, you might have to grab hold.
Go on, get to it.
Yeah, we got some more muscle for you, Nick. You could do the fiddling and the big guy could do the winding.
Well, she goes or she don't go, but
Unlike her, not the...
We met you guys before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. So who's going to have a go at it now? What's your name?
Dougie.
Dougie. Cheers, Dougie. Ah, see, you needed Dougie.
I needed to pull the stop off.
Well done, Doug.
Taking that one. Do you want to take that one? Drive that one round.
Go, big Doug. Cheers, Nick. What's your ball name, Nick?
Richard Offin.
And you're from where?
Biddenden.
Biddenden. Well done. Sorry, I called you Nick. Cheers, fella. Oh, hello, mate. Right. How you diddling?
Not too bad, you?
Yeah. Showing your nice tractor today. All of this work clothes we like here, don't we? Tell the viewers your name. Where's your back?
Jonathan Gadsden, and I'll come just over the road.
Fantastic. Cheers. See you later. Oh, sorry, fella. I'll see you in a minute. Just go round the ring. Big old Marshall. MP6. 1953. I wonder if we can catch up with him later. Thrashing wheel. Mind you, that thrashing wheel won't see him much lately. Haha, good morning.
Good morning.
Caught me. The tractor.
Oh no.
What have we got in front of us here? We got a TED, have we?
Yeah, TEF20.
TEF20, so I was looking the wrong side.
Right. Yeah.
How long have you owned this for?
About 7 years.
7 years? You done it up yourself,
Yeah,
did you?
yeah, all self, yeah.
Fantastic, looks in lovely condition.
Very good.
Starts on the button, does it?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Before you start, what's your name and where'd you come from?
Arthur, it's Arthur Isles and I come from Kent.
Cheers. Isles, that's an old name, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, right.
Thanks, mate. Let's see it going. You can't beat the Fergus,
Yeah,
can you? The old
mate.
great Fergus.
I'm running right anyway.
Go on away you go, fella.
Right, cheers, mate. Well, we'll go that way, I think.
All right. Oh, it's the case game. Moving off to the ring, I think. Well, there's another one coming round. It's the man with the Marshall. Oh, beautiful tractor.
It is, isn't it?
It's blazing.
It's an MP6. It's Don Taylor's. It came from Australia. It was sent out there for the sugar beet in that time, yeah.
I've never seen one. It's an unusual Marshall.
It is. There was only 197 ever made.
Really, it's a big engine. What sort of horsepower with it?
That I don't know. I know it's a BMC 6-cylinder.
6-cylinder. Oh, that's powerful.
Yeah. Oh, very much so. I don't own it. Don Taylor owns it, and he's had it for quite a number of years. Yeah.
And he's from where?
He's from near Dover, a place called West Haven.
Okay, well, thanks for your time.
Okay.
What's your driver? Your name is?
Michael O'Shea.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay then.
much.
How long have you owned it for?
About 4.5 years.
Really? Was it in this condition when you bought it?
Cosmetically, yeah.
Yeah? But not, you've done work on it, obviously.
Yeah, we've done the little bits and pieces to it, so...
2 Fulton Majors.
Yep.
Bolted together.
Yep.
And a lot of money sitting there.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Does it take a lot to maintain?
No more than 2 normal tractors.
2 normal tractors.
Twice the amount of diesel, twice the amount of oil, twice the amount of filters.
Did you buy it local or did you buy it from a long way?
Nottingham.
Nottingham? Yeah. Oh, great. Off a farm, obviously.
Off of another collector.
Off another collector?
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost the words. I'm trying to think of words now, but I'm just astonished by what a lovely piece of machinery you've got. And so with the combined engines,
yep.
What sort of horsepower are we talking about? On paper it's how many horsepower?
108.
108 horsepower. I've a bit lost the words, and the noise of the other tractors coming back to the show area. Now, how did they bolt these together? Was it just like a pinion with a bit of hydraulic steering?
Basically, it started the farmer in Essex, basically chained 2 tractors together.
Right.
You still had to have 2 drivers, they still had their front axles. Then he worked out that if you took the front axles off, you got a bit more horsepower, or a bit more power for your horsepower. And then Ernest Doe's were his local dealership, and they sort of carried on the idea from him, and then they painted the join, the swivel, and the steering rams and everything like that. It was all experimental. There's very little chance that you could park 2 of these next to one another and they're both exactly the same.
Yeah.
Because as one went out, it might break or start to crack after a few months, and then it would go back to those, and they'd think, right, we need another brace from here to there. Or
well, it's developed, wasn't it? Let's face it. Everything was developed over a period of time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got the hydraulic hoses there.
Yep.
Hydraulic manifold.
Yeah, that controls all the slave cylinders to the controls on the front tractor.
Right, now, it's not a modern tractor, but it's not computer driven.
No.
So, maintenance. Does it take a lot of maintenance?
No, not really.
Not really?
No. Keep on top of it, a day in the winter, servicing it, greasing it, washing it.
Yeah.
Keeping everything free and oiled. They don't like standing because the slave cylinders and master cylinders stick.
Yeah.
But that's just modern brake fluid for you.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, keep on top of them and they're good as gold.
Now, how did you get it here? Because it needs a big trailer to get it here.
I've got my own lorry.
You got your lorry, yeah. You couldn't do that on a normal Williams trailer, could you? What sort of weight are we looking at?
I think in the book, with the wheel weight, she weighs just under 8 tonne.
On the flat ground in Essex, plenty of acreage.
Yep.
And long way to go. Now, fuel-wise, you've only got like a tank on each. Sorry, got a guy next door to us. Good morning. Was it good on fuel?
Yeah. Depends what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
If I'm ploughing with the 5-furrow plough, no.
5-furrow plough. Oh, you still do a bit of ploughing with it as well, do you? Do the matches? Do all the farming matches?
Yeah, East Kent ploughing match last year.
Yeah.
Don't do too many because I don't get enough chance, but
no, it's like
as and when
I
I
only do 3 or 4 a year. You know, that suits me. The Wilton Kent, North Kent, Romney Marsh, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it suits me just to do a few. Like, you know, I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
It gets you out in the day as well. Well, I appreciate your time and telling me about your machine. And sorry, what was your name and where'd you come from?
Nick Hanks from Canterbury.
Thanks for your time, Nick.
No worries.
Sorry.
Well, as you can see, it's been a long day. I'm not finished yet. So there's going to be more than one video of this. I apologise now. Now, as you understand, there's a lot to see here. And if I cram everything into one video, it'll be about 3 hours long, maybe even longer. So it's going to be part 1, part 2, maybe part 3. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, think about subscribing to the channel. Do appreciate it. And if you like the video, give it a like for me. Cheerio for now.